And another family had celebrated the Jewish holiday of Passover at the residence on Saturday and were awakened by a state trooper pounding on their doors around 2 a.m.
While my family and I were asleep upstairs here at the governor's residence, one of the state troopers assigned to our detail banged on our door, woke us up and told us we had an emergency and needed to leave immediately. Together, we secured all of our children, our 2 dogs, our family that was staying with us, and the troopers safely evacuated us from the governor's residence.
Shalom, everyone. If you're new to my station, I am the Hebrew Widow, the Hebrew Rose Jericho, coming at you with some judgment news.
After they fled, firefighters managed to extinguish the flames. You can see extensive damage there. No one was injured.
Hashatan and his synagogue is just like, I'm telling you, they're just begging for people to have sympathy for them right now. Begging for them to have sympathy, but they have none. Begging people to have empathy for them, but they have none. Nobody has any empathy or sympathy to give you in your synagogue, Hashatan. First of all, I want to know, is this governor named Joshua really? Is he a Zionist? Is he IDF? Did he get training over there? I want to know that. I want to know, did he buy some stocks the other day when Donald Trump cheated the whole entire world out of fortunes and retirements and businesses? When he cheated the whole world, I want to know, did this Governor Joshua buy some stocks? Everybody that bought those stocks, they're going to be found out. And even though Josh Shapiro is Democratic, did you not, you guys know that he was like one of the choices to be Kamala Harris's running mate? And you know what they were up to with their anti-Semitism, right? Yep, even though he's a Democrat, I bet he was in on that phone line, that little special phone line to tell y'all to do things in concert, like don't show up to work on 9/11. Yeah, one of those kind of phone calls. Yeah, you know, even though he's a Democrat, that doesn't mean that he wasn't in on it. You know, after all, Klaus Schwab, Davos Devils, is running this government right now. Yep. Yep. So anyway, y'all, we don't feel sorry for no Governor Josh Shapiro. Hell, I know it's a Hollywood production. They're famous for it. They're famous for creating Hollywood productions to push some kind of propaganda to control people's energy. But nobody feels sorry for Zionists. Nobody feels sorry for Jewish people. Nobody feels sorry for Israelis. As a matter of fact, they want so much attention. They want so much attention, they got it. Yahweh, we went to the courts of the Most High on the last video about these people and what they are doing, how they want to recolonize the whole planet. Everything is for them, you know. Yahweh, they want attention. I ask you to give them that. Give them the attention that they deserve from humanity. Put a magical spell on the world for them to be despised and that nobody welcomed them, because every time they show up as a victim, they come to kill, steal, and destroy something. Yes, Yahweh, so give them that attention that they're asking for attention so badly, Yahweh. Give them that attention. Abracadabra.
Identified as 38-year-old Cody Balmer. A motive was not.
Sounds like a Christian nationalist name.
Officials believe it was a targeted attack.
We celebrated our faith last night proudly, and in a few hours we will celebrate our second Seder of Passover again proudly.
I gotta calm down, y'all. Well, we know he's lying. He's talking about our holy days that he's so proud of. Something else that they stole from us. See, they're just a bunch of thieves.
No one will deter me or my family or any Pennsylvanian from celebrating their faith openly and proudly.
Making it a Jewish or Jewish thing
is not okay.
There goes the theatrics. This kind of violence is not okay. What about the violence that's happening over there in Gaza? What about that violence? What about the violence that's happening in the Sudan? Because from what I hear, Netanyahu is involved in that too. Yeah, what about that? Anyway, y'all, see? They have no empathy, no sympathy, but they want everybody's.
This kind of violence is becoming far too common in our society.
Is it common? Is it common? Let me tell y'all something. These are the biggest liars on the planet. That's how you know they're the children of Satan, because they lie so much. Okay? You don't hardly hear them getting hurt at all. And as a matter of fact, when any Hollywood production like this one comes up, they have to go back years to find something else that happened to them. They have been the most protected people on the planet, but they always want people to feel like they're always getting hurt because they need somebody's sympathy.
And I don't give a damn if it's coming from one particular side or the other, directed at one particular party or another, or one particular person or another. It is not okay. And it has to stop.
Oh, Hashatan, Hashatan, you're getting weaker by the moment with your word magic. We know that this doesn't have anything to do with the right or the left or the blue or the red or the Democrats or the Republicans. This has everything to do with drawing all the attention of sympathy to your children that's in the synagogue of Satan.
We have to be better than this.
The suspect now faces charges of attempted murder, terrorism, aggravated arson, and aggravated assault. He also may face federal charges of attempted murder, terrorism, aggravated arson, and aggravated assault. He also may face federal charges. Nothing.
Did you guys hear all them charges they already said? Damn, they came up with all of that. Seemed like they had already wrote it down somewhere. All the charges that they were going to have in connection to this Hollywood production. I always want to call people terrorists. Anyway. Y'all know I got a passion for this one because, these people, they are the biggest thieves and the biggest liars. And they've been busted out already from not even coming from the continent of Africa, not even coming from the regions. They weren't even there when we were in Egypt. But they claim our history. Now they just want to erase it out and let them keep on claiming our history. We will always put our work in against them. These are our formidable enemies. First of all, they're the synagogue of Satan. They're our number one enemies. They are the number one. They are, what they would call the top shelf synagogue of Satan. Yeah. So anyway, they stole our identity. So we will always put our work in on them. We've already defeated your magical word, anti-Semitism, Hashatan. We fought you for 2 years and we won. They had all kind of laws drawn up. They wanted to make it a legal matter, a criminal matter, to punish anybody that said anything about anything that they're doing. Any evil that they're doing, they wanted to punish people. You can say all the good stuff about them that you want to. They're good old Jews. You can say all of that. But if you criticize them, they wanted to make it criminal. And we combated it. And even though they spread themselves in the government like a Green Bay tree, we fought that word and the Most High heard us. And they lost every single point of that bill that they had been working on, honey, for 2 years to entrap us. Behind the scenes, they had got real quiet on that word anti-Semitism because every time they use it, we cursed it. It doesn't belong to them. They're not Semitic. They're fake. They're phony. They're identity thieves. And they had been riding on our blessings because the world knew who we were as the children of the Most High God of Israel. And they respected us as such. And they found out everything they could about us and, our beliefs and how we worship and our holy days and our scripts, and they even had some scripts that we didn't even have, and they just stole it all. They made up a language. See, the Most High won't allow certain things to happen. They couldn't steal our language. They had to create their own. Yeah, they mixed up our language with Germanic language and came up with Yiddish, which is not Hebrew. Neither would the Most High God of Israel allow them to call themselves the Hebrew Israelites, the 12 tribes of Jacob. They have to go by nicknames because the Most High wouldn't allow that. Yeah, nicknames. Jewish, even Jew. Jew is a nickname for Judah. Jewish. They even put the ish at the end. The Most High made them put the ish at the end. Israeli, not Israelites. Zionists, which is a big lie because they're not at all connected to Zion. Even the Hasidic Jews with the little curly Qs. Yeah, all of them. They stole our identity. Everybody knows it now. Yeah, the world leader knows it. The people that count. The people that count on this planet know exactly who we are, and they know exactly who they are. I was going to talk about Jonathan Greenblatt because he showed his ugly, bald, lurch looking, no, he looked like Uncle Fester looking self. Yeah, so he could put his 2 cents in to try to influence people how they should deal with this Hollywood production. Anyway, Jonathan, I told you, every time you bring up that word anti-Semitism, you're trying to come another route with it, Y'all trying to come up with another route like, oh, we need everybody to be pro-Israel. Fuck you. Fuck you. And you showed up again. So you know what's going to happen? A great big backfire because you guys begged for attention. And I'm asking the Father to give it to you now. I told you not to use that word. The word failed you. Yeah. You're not going to get any sympathy. You're not going to get any empathy. What you're going to get is the whole world giving you attention, the attention that you deserve. That's what's going to happen. Now, let's talk about these Chinese because this goes hand in hand, y'all. The Chinese. You know why this United States government hates Chinese so much? Because the synagogue of Satan has spread themselves like a green bay tree and serpent seed too. The other serpent seed. Some of serpent seed don't belong to the synagogue of Satan. Some of them belong to your Christian nationalist churches and your churches and shit. Anyway, the Chinese can't be played because they knew their game. And so that's why this United States government hates China so much. Because the Chinese, when these people first came out of the Caucasus Mountains, they were big manipulators. Okay, they would go into a people's land. People that are empathetic people are just neighborly. They have their little community. Everybody's thriving and doing good in it. Here they come out of those caves. And then they would go in like they're hungry and thirsty, knowing that the people would have empathy and sympathy. Just like Christopher Columbus and those Jewish imposters that was on board with him in the Nina, the Pinta, and the Santa Maria. Again, oh, we're fleeing persecution. We just crossed over the ocean running away. Yeah, we just so afraid. And they came on the lands with the people that was very empathetic, thriving. We had our businesses. So now the Chinese, this is when they were still in Asia, when they start playing this game. So we're talking about thousands of years ago that the Chinese, they must have did their investigation thousands of years ago and found out about these people. And so the Chinese call them the name stealers. So after they come in, begging for sympathy and empathy from people, and they get all friendly and nice. Oh, they're so nice. Oh, they couldn't hurt a fly. Look just like Joshua, Josh, Shapiro, and Ben Shapiro. Look just like them. Like they couldn't hurt a fly. And they play all nice and shit. And they learn all about your business. How you make your money. What made you successful. How do you grow those tobacco crops like that? How do you come up with quality cotton like this over in these lands? They find out all about your damn business. Who are you dealing with? Who are you making that kind of money with them? This kind of money with them? Wow. Oh, and I'm sure they would pat them on the back and congratulate them. And then they would kill them. They would steal their name, steal their business, and everything. They would leave absolutely nothing, not even the person's life. In the case of the Hebrew Israelites, because of the respect that the world had for us, yes, we had many enemies. We had many, many enemies, but they respected us as being the children of the Most High God of Israel. We had respect over the planet. We were rulers over the planet when they stole it from us the first time, the name stealers. But they didn't just stop with our businesses, all of our agriculture over here in the United States of America. They didn't stop at our business. They didn't stop at our names because they stole our names too. Look at their names. They stole our names. They stole all of our businesses, and they stole our worship, our belief system, I don't know what you want to call it, our connection to the 5D and how we did things. They found out everything about what we do so they can convince people that they were the Jews. And then they created white Jesus, that voodoo doll, white Jesus. Because if they can get people to believe that Jesus is white and he was a Jew, then you must believe that Jews are white. You see? So they stole our identity because we had the respect of the planet. And those that loved us, that was our friends and allies, our people that we did business with, everybody was happy with the way we did business. So that's why they stole our identity. But see, a long time ago, because of the Holocaust, you know how they always want to bring up the Holocaust. Oh my God. Don't that word make you want to puke? They have used that word up. They got museums about it. So when I found out that we are the people, the Hebrew Israelites from the tribe of Judah, and I saw how they just, oh my God, it was so sickening how they would, oh, I'm a granddaughter of a Holocaust survivor. Oh, I'm a son of a Holocaust survivor. Oh yeah, give me a break. And they would always bring up the Holocaust when they have created Holocaust after Holocaust after Holocaust after Holocaust after Holocaust after Holocaust. And then come to find out that they were getting all of this sympathy that belonged to us. Nobody felt sorry for us because they stole it from us. Nobody wanted to lend us a helping hand because they stole everything from us. Yep, identity thieves. So now the Chinese call them the name stealers and knew about their shenanigans, and they paid them back. That's what they did. They saved those secrets, and now they're blasting it all over social media. Yeah, of how people are getting ripped off by these people. Yeah, so now where you want sympathy, you're not going to get sympathy. You talking about boycotts. You talking about empty stores now. You talking about people repurposing things, people being minimalist, people taking their eyes off of vanity, all of that vanity, the illusion of vanity that you fed them to steal their money. Cheat them. You cheated. Hashatan, everything he does, he cheats. I'm telling you. Ain't nothing but a damn cheat. He can't win no damn game on his own. He got to cheat. That's why there is rules to this war. Rules of engagement, Mother told me. She says, we are in a holy war and we are fighting for the rulership of the Hebrew Israelites. That's what we're fighting for in this war. It's magic against magic, and there's rules to the engagement. You have no power in this 3D. You have no power in this 3D to fight them. You don't have a powerful voice. They're going to make sure that they try to shut you up. But they cannot do it because it's rules to engagement. It's magic against magic. They would have killed me a long time ago for the things that's happening because of the words that's coming out of my mouth. And I know it, but I'm committed and I'm trusting the Most High God of Israel. It's magic against magic. The rules of engagement is they cannot attack me by 3D means. They can't have the police to arrest me or the CIA or the FBI have some sniper to bump me off or poison me or some shit like that. They cannot do it. They tried to kill me before I got to this point. On a few occasions, starting when I was a child. And the Most High said, no, now I'm on my mission. And I know the rules of engagement, Hashatan. And you know, and you spies out there, you already know that if they even try in any kind of way to touch me or anybody that I love, period. Anybody that I love, you will reap the winds. The Most High will sweep everything that you have away, including you. That's what that meant in the book. So, these people, the Chinese, in this case, the Chinese, the move that they made was a move that was beneficial to our kingdom. Yeah. And it was also a rapid response. The Most High used the president of China, Xi, to make a move against our enemies that would destroy them. They cheated in the stock market, and with this new information out, just watch how these retail stores go under. All those stocks, all those profits, they will no longer get because the goddess of wealth, I told you, that moon wasn't called a pink moon for nothing. I told you that the mother, see, this is the mother. I didn't say the mother told me. I tell you all the time, the mother be talking through me. I'm an oracle. She gives me the understanding. I just say whatever she tells me to say. Even if it's new knowledge to me, I'm going to say it. And on the last video concerning, I think it was the last one, concerning the full pink moon, that the goddess of wealth and prosperity was going to be judging our enemies. And then China turns around and bam, even told people how they can get away without even paying any sanctions. Just buy it from them directly. You see what I'm saying? That was the goddess of wealth judging their finances. They're going to all go broke. They're going to all be wrecked. They thought that they could cheat humanity because you heard Donald Trump on the last video. I think that was the last video about the golden age. Maybe that was the last video. And he was talking to the devils in Davos and Klaus Schwab. He called him Charles in the White House. Of course he did. Hashatan, Hashatan. You stole from every country. You stole just to drive those stocks down so they can pick them up and then just boom, just sell them. And y'all got away. Y'all think y'all got away with that kind of crime? You think you got away with that kind of crime? You didn't get away with shit. The Most High is going to make sure that you do not get away with a molecule of evil that you have used. You're not going to get away with any of it. So, honey, STARSEED United, you think that, when people were boycotting and striking and divesting, their companies, how their companies were suffering, you think that Target is begging and suffering right now? You think that Walmart is not suffering? And Donna Karen and the other designers from the boycotts, divestment, and strike? Hell, shit, this is going to destroy their asses. People going to go back to being sensible. They're going to see that all of these things in the world are just vanity anyway. It's just vanity. Look at the Cybertruck. Vanity. It's like somebody, it's like it was a chemist angel or something. A chemist angel was involved, whispering into the chemist's ear about putting that formula together for that glue so that it will only last for a certain amount of time. And now they're just falling apart. It was vanity the whole time. It was the illusion that if you had such things, such purses and houses and jobs and cars and the American dream, that it was impressive and that people would admire you. See, it was a trick from Hashatan. That's what he always wanted, admiration. Well, we already did the magic. You are the biggest reject. You are the biggest reject in the universe, Hashatan. You are the biggest reject. You are the most despised. Your children are the most despised people on the planet. Everybody in that Green Bay tree is hated. The Antichrist, the false prophet, Beelzebub himself, all of you are hated. And the only energy you're going to get is from your own, from here on out. You know why? Because, Father, I'm asking you to cut off their energy supplies with all of their lies and their cheating. They could cheat in front of the whole wide world, Yahweh. They could cheat the whole planet and destroy people's life without any empathy at all. But they use illusions to draw admiration or empathy or sympathy for themselves. And I ask you to cut off the supply, Yahweh. Cut it off, Yahweh. Abracadabra. Father, I ask that they be put on blast in the algorithms and over the airwaves of their guilt and who they really are and just how evil it gets. I ask you to uncloak all of their secrets and then let the world express the energy that they deserve. Abracadabra. And Father, with the illusion of vanity, Hashatan, the vain one, you created him so beautifully, Father. You put all of those jewels in his epidermis and gave him the voice of pipe organs and just made him so beautiful. When your lights would shine upon him, the reflection would go throughout the universe, and the whole universe enjoyed that magical show. And that vain one that was so admired by the universe, you snatched it all away the first time, Father. I see all those jewels just laying out there, mountains of them, saved up for the end of this war. Our treasures in heaven. Yes, Father, you stripped him. He's nothing. but a spirit. Yeah. And he has ruled over people with the other fallen ones that were jealous of, our Messiah, our big brother, the firstborn son of the mother and the father. Oh, he couldn't take attention being taken away from him and going towards the son. And what? The Father commanded the whole universe to respect and honor and adore and worship his firstborn son. You just couldn't take it, could you, Hashatan? Yeah. So the Most High snatched everything away from you because you were so jealous. Yeah. So anyway, that's your weakness. That's your weakness. Now I know your weakness. You always wanted to be admired. You always wanted everybody to adore and respect and love you, and you had to cheat to get all that energy, didn't you? You had to cheat to get it all because you ain't shit. Yeah. You really ain't shit, Hashatan. You cheated for everything. Your whole rule, you had a chance, and you used up all of the evil. You used it all up. And you hated us the most because we're of the royal bloodline. The universe loves us. The universe loves us, Hashatan. They're all watching. And they know you want to break out. You are doomed. And all of your little scripts are destroyed. All of your scripts are they're dust. Every last one of them are dust, Hashatan, abracadabra. You know why? Because I said it with my words, because the Father loves me too. Because I'm one of his children and I'm one of mother's children. That's why you've hated us the most. Yep. So, you used up all that evil. You used up all that evil. Like I love to say to you, these are my magical words, Hashatan. Tick, tock, hickory, dickory, dock. You're out of evil, Hashatan. You couldn't destroy us. The Most High wouldn't allow it. Yep. The one that always was. That's why your children, the synagogue of Satan, stole our identity. Because we were admired by the world. The whole world loved us. You couldn't stand that either, could you? Just stole it from us. Had everybody blessing them and all of that shit. But you cheated. You cheated because you ain't shit. Yeah. Anyway. You are doomed. You're judged. Yeah, and nobody's going to love you, Hashatan. Nobody loves you, Hashatan, and your children are incapable of love. They don't have a molecule of empathy in them. Nobody loves you. Not even the fallen ones. They probably pissed off at your ass for listening to your ass. All of the fallen ones that you influenced, that lost their estate too. They got kicked out the universe in this little petri dish with you, and it's all your fault? You think they love you? Your whole kingdom is going to fall apart. All of you are going to be seeking for admiration and sympathy and empathy for people to try to survive these judgments, but it's just not going to happen. You're destroyed, Hashatan. You're destroyed. It's a done deal. It's a done deal. Yeah, abracadabra. It's a done deal, Father. That's his weakness. That's his weakness, Father. He always wanted the admiration that was due to our big brother, the Messiah, your firstborn son. Vanity. Yes, Father. Your weakness, Hashatan. You ain't shit. We are the children of the Most High God of Israel, and whatever we ask the Father in righteousness, He grants it to us. If we come to Him with truth. If we come to Him with truth, see, the Most High God of Israel, even if I got something wrong, the Most High God of Israel is omniscient. That's why I ask Him to judge these matters and to bring justice. He allows us, He loves us to judge the matters. That's wisdom. Somebody had to do it. And I'm glad I was chosen. And I'm so happy that our collective got together. We don't even know each other, but we connected. And honey, we have been in this holy fight. And we are more than conquerors because the Most High loves us. He loves us, y'all. That's why Hashatan tried to steal it. That's why he wanted to kill us all. He want to be the admired one. He want to be the one looked upon and looked up to. He wants to be called elite. He wants his children to be called elite. He wants them to have all of the vanities of this world so people would admire them. You ain't shit, Hashatan. Oh, your kingdom is weak now. It's weak. It's weak. So anyway, I know you're going to try to play your little magical tricks in Congress and with the Senate and all that kind of stuff. Yeah, because you guys are going to try to cover your asses by creating some kind of laws or rules or pulling something out of your ass from a long time ago to get away with all these shenanigans. Father, don't let them get away with none of them. Anybody that bought those stocks, I'm asking again, Father. I want a rapid response from this one, Father. I know you're going to do things in your own time, but you know, I feel like I can ask you anything. And I ask you that everybody involved in that scheme, that highway robbery, let them be found out and let them be judged by righteous judges. Abracadabra. Oh, y'all in trouble now. Ooh, wee. Starseed United, you know what to do. Give your Father praise and glory. Adore and worship our Holy Mother of Wisdom who guided us on this mission, and pledge your allegiance to our big brother, the King and the God of this earth. That is the download that I have for you today. I don't know if you noticed this or not, but on the last few videos, I leave our holy seal throughout the video, because this holy seal, the synagogue of Satan stole that too. Yeah, they say they found it a few months ago. But anyway, it had power in this amulet. This amulet was used by one righteous person. And when we would go to war and this amulet would be used, we would always win. So we took dominion over the power of the amulet because it belongs to us. And we asked that the Father honored that. And He has. Yeah, so I just wanted to let you guys know that. I want to thank everybody for watching. Don't forget to like, subscribe, and share all of this good news. Thank you, Soulfully Sowing Seed, our holy librarian, for sharing these videos. And I want to thank everybody for joining me in this magical fight on our mission. Yes, we're more than conquerors. Believe that. We see from the rapid receipts of the Most High God of Israel. If you're new to my station, feel free to subscribe and join in the fight. Yep, or just be a witness, because these are historical events of the Great Reset. Okay, you guys, I love you. Thank you so much for your kind words, your comments, everything that you contribute to this station. I really appreciate you. Until the next judgment news, your big sister, the Hebrew Widow, the Hebrew Rose of Jericho out. Shalom.